Hello. Welcome. My name is Kevin Owasirite and welcome to teachyourselftestautomation.com, right? I am teaching myself Selenium WebDriver with Java. You know that by now. I am employing you to come along with me, right? Add an extra string to your bow, so to speak. Today we're on day 25 and we're looking at how to handle keyboard and mouse events using Selenium WebDriver, right? So how can we do this, right? So keyboard and mouse events is like actions that you carry out with the mouse, right? How Selenium handles those sort of actions, right? So let me give you an example. So we're using Amazon for this, right? So if we say we hover, right? That's a hover, right? Or you could right click on this, right? That's also a mouse action. Or you could write something in here in capitals, right? That's a keyboard and a mouse action. You could double click and you could select that text. That's a mouse action, right? So again, it's how Selenium WebDriver handles this keyboard and mouse actions, right? And now this is handled by a class, action class. So this is handled by the action class, right? So the action class has all the methods that the Selenium WebDriver guys have come up with, right, to handle these keyboard and mouse actions, right? So what you do, you have to start off to define your action class, and we'll see that when we jump onto Eclipse. And the various action types are click and hold, double click, as I've just been saying, drag and drop, key down or key up, move to element, right? So move to element is just to hover over the element, right? So, and when you use these actions on a single line of code, right? So multiple actions on a single line of code, that's called a composite action, right? We'll check that out as well, right? And first example here is hovering over an element, so it displays a drop down, right, which I've already shown you on the Amazon site, right? Another one is how to write in capitals, right? Write in capitals. And another one is selecting the text, right? So we'll see all those in an example, right? So let's jump onto our Eclipse. And what we want to do, we want to go into our project and we want to create our test case, right? So we want to call this action class, right? I want to click on public static void main and click finish, right? And then, as we normally do, we want to take about 3 lines of common code to all our test scripts, which is your system properties, setting your system properties, your setting driver as an object, and also the URL you're going to be working with, right? So we copy that, take it over to our test case, which is on our action class, right? We want to change the URL into the Amazon URL, right? So go to Amazon page, click that URL. See, that's a double click, mouse action, right? So we drop that in there. And the first thing we do, as I said, we want to create an object for your action class. So that object has all the methods, the action class methods, right? So how do we do that? We do actions is equals to actions A. So A will be our object, equals to new actions, open and close brackets, and in there we want to do driver, right? And semicolon, right? So this is us set A as our object for our action class, right? So I'm going to hover over here and import that package, and that's us all set. Okay, we are all set now. So if you type A and a dot, you get all your action class methods, right? So build. So when you carry out an action method, you always have to build it and you always have to perform it, right? So if you don't build, so it builds the action, and then the perform actually executes the line of code, right? So we'll see that as well, right? So this is click and hold element, context click. Now that's a right click on your mouse, right? So we'll try and see all those, right? So if we jump back onto our Amazon, right? So here we just maybe we like to hover, or let's say we want to, let's hover over this, right? So we want to hover over that. That's how I expected, right? Hover over that and get this drop down, right? So let's hover, get back to here. So we want to say dot. Now, so to hover over an element is move to, right? Move to element, right? So once you move to element, you perform the move to element action. Now you want to locate the element, right? So you go driver dot normal thing, find element, right? By dot. So now we should not waste any time, right? So we should just go here, inspect element, and I'm going to take the XPath off the browser, right? So, oh, my system is being quite slow. So let's go right click. We could write our own XPath, but I want this video to be short, right? So we copy the XPath, head back here, and we say dot XPath, open and close double quotations, right? And we paste in there. So now, as I say, you've moved to the element, right? You've located it. Now, in order to build this, you have to say dot build, right? Now you build it, you want to perform it, right? So you want to execute it, and it's dot perform, right? And that's you all set. Now, if we run this, we should be able to hover over that selected element, right? So let's go for it. We are already on 7 minutes, but never mind. It's a bit slow. There's a bit of explanation there as well, right? You could read more on that on my blog, or maybe read on other blogs as well, right? Engage with the testing community, guys. That keeps things alive, right? And you fall in love with your work. Your work becomes your craft. Your work becomes your passion. It's rather slow, right? So I think it's not quite loaded yet. Yep, it's loaded now. So that's it. We've done that bit, right? So that was just hovering over, right? So let's check out some other things, right? So maybe say let's send, as we demonstrated before, let's send some capital keys inside here, right? So how do we send capital keys, right? So normally if you type like that, to type you have to hold down the shift key, right? And if you type, then capitals come up, right? So let's demonstrate that in our Eclipse as well, right? So we want to get down this way. We go I dot move to element driver dot find element by. So we want to find this element, inspect this field. Again, let's just take the XPath up off the browser, right? So that this video is short and sweet, right? I'm sure by now you can also write your own XPath and your CSS. We've been covering all of that stuff. So copy XPath, head back to our code and say by.xpath, open and close double quotations, put it in there, right? So now what we want to do is, so the movement is you click, right? And then you hold down your shift button and then you send keys, right? So that's what we want to mimic. So it's dot click, right? Dot click, and then dot key down, right? And in here we want to say keys dot shift, right? Keys dot shift, right? And then we want to say dot send keys, right? Now same keys, we can send this in lowercase, right? So we send this in lowercase, so we want to say shoes, right? And remember, you always have to build your action class code, right? So it's dot build, and then to actually execute it, you have to say perform, right? And now you're ready, right? So if we just want to do that on its own, we can comment this one out and then just run this, okay? So let's see this. So we are sending keys in there in capitals, right? So we're holding down our shift key and we're typing into that box. It's rather slow, sorry about this. Wow. It's rather slow. I think I should pick another day for this, right? Oh, still sending, right? There you go, right? So it's sent shoes in there in capitals, even though we wrote it in small letters within our Eclipse, right? So another thing we could do, we could double click to select that, right? So let's go to that right now. Close this, head back to our Eclipse. Sorry, our Eclipse. And all we could do is, after sending keys, we could go dot double click, right? So we have clicked on the in the location, which is the search. We've held on our keys. We've sent keys in capitals. Now we're double clicking to select the text, right? And then we're building and we're performing. Okay, so we just run that again. So we're seeing quite a few actions on a single line of code, right? That's called a composite action, right? Composite action. After this, probably because the video is getting long, I'll probably leave it for now and maybe add some more videos to my YouTube channel, right? So you can see some more actions, action classes, right? So hopefully we send capitals and then we select the capitals, right? There you go, selected, right? So there again, there you have it, guys. If this has added any value to what or you've learned anything from this video, please share it, engage, subscribe to the channel, support the channel. Thank you very much for watching, and yeah, I'll add some more videos to my YouTube channel. Okay, this was just a demonstration, and there's more stuff to read on my my blog. Okay, thank you very much again, and stay blessed. Bye.